Corvette is America's performance icon, a world-class sports car with the emphasis on sports. It's all about horsepower and torque, about acceleration, top speed, G-forces, and going flat out through a decreasing radius reverse camber curve. It's setting a new benchmark for cutting-edge technology. It's all about style. Anyone who loves automobiles most likely remembers the first Corvette they ever saw. With Corvette, you get a design that's so distinctive, so impressive and impactful, it's simply unforgettable. Remarkable performance, handling, acceleration, fuel economy, and interior quietness all benefit from Corvette's advanced performance-based exterior design. And a stunning look. It's obvious there's tremendous feeling and passion in the design. Leaner, expressive, precise. And there's segment-leading cargo volume. And up front, Corvette's fixed headlamps dramatically improve brightness and visibility. Their low, sleek profile contributes significantly to the front end's striking appearance. All around the exterior, there are little things that contribute to Corvette's stunning appearance and dramatically effective aerodynamics. From the simply astonishing fit and finish of all panels, doors, glass, and deck lids, to the low, sleek stance and swooping fenders, this Corvette is a head-turning, crowd-pleasing, all-American world-class sports car in the truest sense of the words.
It's a great halo brand for Chevrolet. Its performance is really unprecedented in the marketplace, the styling, the value, and it has a great kind of halo effect for all of our other brands in the Chevrolet lineup. It's very important because it represents the best that America offers, the best American sports car that's on the road today. We think actually the best sports car in the world.
This DVD offers you an overview on a number of key features that will significantly enhance your driving enjoyment. With Corvette, there's a long-standing tradition of excellence. And to help us better explore the great history and superior legacy of the Corvette, we'll be showcasing your new Corvette against the historical backdrop of the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Well, the National Corvette Museum is the mecca for all Corvette enthusiasts. It's the home. We like to think of it as family. And the thing that has set this apart has been the number of Corvette enthusiasts that have become part of this family. It's more than just the car. It's the Corvette family, the Corvette lifestyle, and they have made this museum what it is today. Well, the museum is unique in that it was started by individual Corvette owners and Corvette enthusiasts. And I think that's what makes it unique, in that it's the only museum that's dedicated to a single car, a dedicated mark, and it's still maintained by Corvette owners and Corvette enthusiasts from all over the world. Our membership has grown to over 28,000. In 1996, we were at 1,620. We think that's pretty remarkable, but at the same time, as we look to the future, and we think that there's 1.3 million Corvettes out there, and 3 or 4 times that number that have owned Corvettes or want to own Corvettes, then we see our future is just having tremendous opportunity for us.
I take museum delivery as probably a most perfect delivery that you can probably get. And so really I tell them, I said, if you take museum delivery, it doesn't get much better than that. You can come in, you can see your car, you can walk around it, touch, feel it, check everything out. And if it's not perfect to your satisfaction, it will be before you leave.
We actually get the car here about a week before they're here, prep the car, do all the cleanup, shine up, get it ready, actually place it on the floor inside the museum the day you're coming. We then will meet the customer at the door and say our hellos. Then we'll take them to the factory and do a private factory tour, showing them how the car was actually built, how it was put together, basically from start to finish. The tour is about 2.5 to 3 hours long. Then we bring you back to the museum and we do a private tour of the museum, which could be an hour or an hour and a half, depending on questions. We try to make sure we tell everything you want to know. On the tour of the museum, you'll see your car on display, maybe for the first time. And then we actually take you to the car and we do a hands-on presentation, sit you in the car, tell you how to set the radio, how to work the cruise, how to do the navigation system. We actually show you all those programs while we're doing the car. And again, depending on questions, can be an hour or more. We'll actually then take the car outside after some paperwork we have to do and take a picture, develop the picture for you, give you your copies, shake your hand, and watch you drive off in the sunset.
By the way, in the owner manual, you will find a trial membership card. It's a card about yay big, features the museum's spire on it, and it offers new Corvette owners the opportunity to become a member of the museum for 1 year free. So they get all the advantages of being a member, and it gives them an opportunity to build a relationship with us. We have over 28,000 members, and that's really the lifeblood of the museum, what keeps us going. So we invite all new Corvette owners to fill out the card, send it in, and find out what the museum is all about. The museum's website is www.corvettemuseum.com. It's the perfect place to find out everything about Corvette. We are the gateway to all things Corvette. You can find an online Corvette store, virtual tour, highlights of all of our events, a little bit of information about the Corvette as far as technical information, and you can sign up to receive our NCME news, which is our electronic newsletter that folks can get weekly.
But Corvette's impeccable history isn't our only reason to be proud. We also take an enormous amount of pride in everything new that we do when it comes to this outstanding American icon. And to really understand the care and dedication of the people who work to build this amazing road machine, we're also going to be providing you with exclusive insider images from within the very heart of the birthplace of every new Corvette, the Bowling Green Assembly Plant.
Our employees are probably the most dedicated car builders that you'll find probably anywhere. Many of them, that's all they know is Corvette. Some of them, they came from other locations because they heard about Corvette and they heard about the culture that exists. They heard about the camaraderie, they heard about the customers, and so they wanted to come to work here in Bowling Green. So what we've found is that once they come to work here, they usually adapt quite well. Their whole spirit about work changes because, as you well probably know, our customers come visit us. They come to see the product being built, and our employees, they enjoy that. They like people looking and admiring their work. They like people saying, "That's my car."
So, if you're as charged up as we are about your new Corvette, and if you're ready to get right to it, we'll start with a brief look at your Corvette's exterior design and give you some tips on operating your convertible top or on removing the roof panel if you're driving a coupe. The stunning profile speaks directly to the strong influence of aerodynamics. The 6th generation Corvette Coupe has less than a .29 coefficient of drag. That's the best that's ever been achieved on a Corvette. And coupled with the body's tapered sides, it brings new levels of quiet to the passenger cabin by slicing neatly and precisely through the air. Not to mention an impressive feeling of stability and confidence at speed. The aerodynamic emphasis with Grand Sport and Z06 was on controlling lift and applying downforce for improved stability at high speeds and better handling control during high-performance cornering maneuvers. Z06 and Grand Sport includes a number of track-tested aerodynamic devices to create and manage downforces at high speeds, including a front air splitter, enlarged rear spoiler, and leading-edge extensions with the front wheel openings. The ZR1 takes it a step further with a carbon fiber front splitter and rocker extensions, plus a unique full-width body color rear spoiler to reduce lift. The aerodynamic enhancements improve the ZR1 stability at its top track speed of 205 miles per hour. All Corvettes are lower to the ground than the typical car, so be sure to approach standing water slowly and carefully to avoid flooding the engine compartment. Special care should be taken with the Grand Sport and Z06 front splitter and the ZR1 carbon front splitter and rocker extensions when parking and driving on ramps. This Corvette is also light, which contributes significantly to its outstanding performance. Your Corvette's entire body is made of composite panels. Carefully chosen for low weight, outstanding fit and finish, and incomparable durability and corrosion resistance, these composite panels are state-of-the-art, using advanced techniques to yield a whole new level of quality. The hood, doors, hatch, and on the convertible, the decklet and tonneau cover are made with rigid fiberglass reinforced polyester and formed using a sheet molding compound process. The front and rear fascias are made of polyurethane and formed using a reinforced reaction injection molding process. The coupes and convertibles' front fenders are a new material that uses a mica-filled thermoplastic, while the Z06 and ZR1 feature carbon fiber fenders, an extremely light material that is used in their floor panels as well as several other components. The ZR1 also has a carbon fiber roof, roof bow, splitter, hood, and rocker extensions. The coupe's painted roof is made of composite material bonded to a magnesium frame structure, and the transparent roof is polycarbonate. What does all that mean? For each panel, the material and process are specifically designed to handle the stresses and challenges unique to that particular area of the vehicle. In back, you'll notice the center high mounted stop lamp is integrated into the rear spoiler. That spoiler does an exceptional job of reducing lift and providing greater high-speed stability. The backup lamps are integrated into the lower valance, and the circular tail lamps are reminiscent of the early 60s models. The dual rear exhaust with quad tailpipes and polished stainless steel tips clearly signals the potent performance just waiting to be unleashed. And Corvette's finely tuned exhaust note gives evidence of larger muffler volume, tri-flow technology, and other refinements that reduce back pressure and enhance performance. Up front, exposed high-intensity discharge headlamps provide 66% more light output and a 25% wider beam pattern than the prior generation's headlamps. And the fixed design contributes to Corvette's sleek, lower profile, integrating neatly into the aerodynamic design. And while we're talking about the headlamp system, you may occasionally notice white fog or condensation on the inside of your headlamp lenses. This condition is normal and can be expected when your Corvette is exposed to changes in temperature, such as when washing your vehicle or exiting a heated garage. It's also likely to appear in climates with a greater high to low temperature range, and where ambient humidity levels are typically high. As the temperature in the lamp increases during use, the fog or condensation will vaporize and exit the lamp usually within 2 to 6 hours, depending on the environment. There are also integrated fog lamps for better visibility in foggy or misty conditions. They're controlled on the multifunction lever next to the exterior lamp control. Turning the band to the fog lamp position turns the lamps on. Note that the fog lamps will not operate when the high beams are on. Another innovative feature that reduces both wind noise and road noise is the indexing door glass system. You may have noticed that the door glass seems to move down a little every time the door is open or closed. That's the indexing system. Every time the driver touches the pad at the rear edge of the door glass indexes down slightly, allowing the glass to clear the window seal lip as the door is opened or closed. The result is better fit, reduced closing efforts, and quieter window operation. If you should ever disconnect your Corvette's battery, or if it ever goes dead, you will need to re-index the glass. After reconnecting the battery, close the door and lower the windows fully, then raise them up. Release the switches and then hold them in the up position for 3 seconds. Release and then hold them in the up position for another 3 seconds. This is especially important for convertibles with the power top, as it will not operate until the windows are re-indexed. The nearly airtight nature of Corvette's cabin also led engineers to include a hatch pull-down with the coupe. This ensures a tight seal without requiring any sort of slamming effort on your part. In the event that your Corvette has a power pull-down, it is engaged by pushing the hatch past the close point to secure it. The smaller decklet of the convertible features a manual latch. Ready for some open-air cruising? Okay, here's how you remove and stow the coupe's roof panel. We suggest that you ask someone to help you the first time until you're comfortable doing it yourself. First, be sure to roll the windows down and open the hatch. Then unlock the 2 front release latches by pulling each handle out. The driver's side handle moves toward the driver's door, and the passenger side handle moves towards the passenger door. To unlock the rear latch, first press the back of the release handle in. Next, use your thumb to press the button on the back of the release handle, and then pull down the latch lever with your fingers. Now, standing on one side of the car, first lift the front edge of the panel up and forward. When the panel is loose, grab it as close as you can to the center and lift it away. With the panel away from the roof, turn it so the front edge is facing the storage area. Then insert the panel so the outside front edges line up between the receiver covers. With the panel lined up, push it forward until it stops. Now you can gently set the roof panel down so the back pins on the panel snap into the storage area receivers. Keep in mind that if you rest the roof panel on its edge, you can damage the panel, its weather stripping, or its paint. To reinstall the roof panel, carefully position it over the top of the car with the rear edge to the weather strip on the back of the roof opening. Then, align and fit the pins at the rear of the roof panel inside the openings in the rear overhead weather strip. Next, gently lower the panel's front edge to the front edge of the opening and turn the front release handles inward so they latch to the closed position. Then, push up on the handle of the rear roof release handle to latch its hook in the closed position. The owner manual provides additional information on removal and reinstallation of the coupe's roof panel. The ultra-high-performance Z06 and ZR1 feature a fixed roof as a critical structural member, allowing for the car's unique all-aluminum structure to reduce mass and enhance performance. Now, let's look at the convertible tops, starting with lowering the power top. First, make sure that there's nothing located forward of the rear trunk divider, and then secure the rear trunk partition in the upright fastened position. Then, close the trunk. Start the engine if it's not running already. Re-index the glass if the battery has been disconnected. Now, release the convertible top front latch located above the inside rear view mirror by pulling and turning it clockwise. Once the roof is unlatched, it then needs to be pushed up slightly on the front edge to move it past the center latch. Generally speaking, just unlatching the roof and pressing the button will not get the roof to move. Next, push and hold the bottom of the power convertible top button. The convertible top button is located to the left of the steering wheel on the instrument panel. The windows will automatically lower, and the convertible top will lower into the rear of the car. A chime will sound when the top is completely lowered. To raise the top, first make sure that you are on a flat and level surface. Putting the top up on a hill or a slope may prevent it from aligning properly. Next, push and hold the top of the button. The windows will lower, if necessary, and the top will raise. Make sure the car is in park for an automatic or that the parking brake is set on manual transmission vehicles. Once the top is completely raised, release the button. Now you can pull the convertible top front latch down and turn it counterclockwise to lock the top in place. Although it doesn't occur very frequently, in the event of battery loss or some other electrical system failure, you may find that you need to manually raise the power convertible roof. Before you attempt to do so, however, we would ask that you first consult with your owner manual for complete step-by-step instructions. Failure to correctly follow the outlined procedures, including waiting a full 5 minutes from the last time the convertible top button was pressed, to using the specially designed wrench to release the pressure on the roof's hydraulic pump, may result in significant damage to the top mechanism. That said, and as it's especially valuable to know how to raise the power roof manually, we will now take you through a brief demonstration of the many steps needed to manually raise the power roof correctly. So here we go. First and foremost, tilt the passenger side seat of the car forward and unlatch the tonneau cover. This is done by locating the wire cable loop located under the tonneau cover and pulling it firmly to unlock the cover itself. Now lift up the tonneau cover. The system's built-up hydraulic pressure will usually hold the cover in the upright position. Next, locate the emergency hydraulic pump tool in your Corvette's center console. From here, untuck the side of the carpeting located behind the passenger seat to gain access to the hydraulic pump. Next, place the tool's end into the receptor nut located on the top of the hydraulic valve. The next step is very crucial. Once the end of the tool has been placed into the pump's receptor, turn the tool counterclockwise for 1 full revolution to release the hydraulic pressure that has been built up in the pump. Once this has been completed, remove the tool and place it in a safe location away from the roof mechanism, such as in your pocket. Now, re-tuck back into place the piece of carpeting around the hydraulic pump. From here, reach into the storage area and firmly pull up on the front edge of the roof to remove the roof from its closed position. Once the roof has been fully removed, lift both the front and the rear of the roof so that the flaps are in a 90-degree upright position. Next, close the tonneau cover. And here, please note that you will feel some resistance from the remaining hydraulic pressure built up within the pump mechanism. So be sure to push down firmly to secure and lock the tonneau cover in place. Next, lower the rear edge of the roof cover and then firmly press down on the front edge of the roof cover to bring it into contact with the windshield. Now, return the passenger seat to its reclined position and enter the vehicle. Then, reach up and secure the front edge of the roof to the windshield using the locking handle. Now that the roof has been securely returned to its fully upright position, you need to remember that when the power to the vehicle has been restored, the hydraulic bolt that was loosened to allow the power roof to be manually raised must once again be retightened by turning it fully clockwise in order to restore normal power roof capabilities. Now let's look at lowering the manual convertible top. Start by making sure the trunk is closed. Also, put automatic transmissions in park and set the parking brake on manual transmission vehicles. Next, pull the convertible top front latch down and turn it clockwise to unlock it. The driver and passenger door glass should also move to full down. With the latch unlocked, lift up on the top's front edge to raise it off the windshield frame, and then lift up on the top's rear edge so it's perpendicular to the tonneau cover. The top's front and rear edges should now be straight up. Tilt the driver's seat back forward and press the storage compartment release button located on the underside of the tonneau cover, behind the seat. Then lift the tonneau cover. If the tonneau cover doesn't release and 3 chimes are heard, check to make sure the trunk is closed. To avoid damaging the convertible top, always make sure the top's rear edge is in the full down position before lowering it into the storage compartment. Push forward on the convertible top's front edge and allow the top's rear edge to move into its full down position. Then move the top rearward to its fully stored position. You can now close the tonneau cover by pushing it down with a swift, firm motion. Alright, now that we've covered how to lower the manual convertible roof, let's take a couple of minutes to find out how to raise the manual top. There are a couple of ways of first accessing the tonneau release feature. The easiest way is to tilt the driver's seat forward, behind which you can press the yellow tonneau release button. The second way is to tilt the passenger seat forward and access the manual release cable that is located near the center waterfall. This is especially useful in the event of battery power loss. Lift the tonneau cover, then grip the top's front center edge and apply a brisk upward and forward motion to get the top in the full up position. Raise the front and then the rear edge of the top to its full up position. Then close the tonneau cover with a swift, firm motion. Next, lower the top's rear edge by first slightly pushing the front edge of the convertible top forward. Now, from outside the car, push the top's front edge down, or pull the top's front edge down from the center pull-down handle located inside the car. Finally, pull the top's front latch handle down and turn it counterclockwise to lock the convertible top. Now, while what we've just covered here is a pretty detailed review, there's still more information available in the owner manual, and we strongly suggest that when you have time, you take a few moments to review it. Okay, it's time to give a little attention to the powertrain and chassis, where the news is really spectacular. Your Corvette possesses the rare combination of raw power and precision technology, brought together to yield supercar-level performance in a remarkably well-balanced vehicle you can drive daily if you choose. Corvette is a technological marvel that has benefited greatly from what Chevrolet has learned in competitive racing over the years, most recently in international GT sports racing. The Corvette C6R and its predecessor, the C5R, are considered by many to be among the finest GT sports racing cars of all time. These cars have enjoyed considerable success at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, with 5 GT1 class victories in competition.
Corvette's racing team is very important. We develop and engineer the production street Corvette alongside the Corvette C6R race car. There's a lot of lessons learned on the street car that we've applied to the race car, and a lot of lessons learned on the race car that apply to the street car. And we hope when you're behind the wheel of your Corvette, you realize that the race team is racing for you.
The same determination and competitive spirit epitomized by the C6R program can be found among the team of designers and engineers who developed the 6th generation Corvette in your garage. As is the case with the racing program, the street-legal Corvette is constantly evaluated against the finest performance cars in the world. For instance, during hot laps at Germany's famed Nürburgring.
There's a circuit in Germany called the Nürburgring. It's one of the most challenging and difficult racetracks in the world. Many of the world's manufacturers of world-class sports cars go out there to benchmark their cars. We're very proud of how the Corvette has done out there.
And while we're talking about the fastest production cars in the world, the Nürburgring has also witnessed the ZR1 show off its incredible stuff. The all-aluminum 6.2-liter LS3 V8 engine produces 430 horsepower. Couple that with 424 foot-pounds of torque, and your Corvette can move you anywhere you want to go very quickly. And these impressive numbers increase to 436 horsepower and 428 foot-pounds with the available dual-mode exhaust system. The coupe is capable of speeds of 190 miles per hour on a racetrack.
All Corvettes have supercar levels of performance. Back in the 60s, when they asked Zora Arkostontov, one of the Corvette's original founding fathers, about Corvette's performance, he said, all Corvettes have high performance, it's just a matter of degree.
Your Corvette's power plant is based on GM's innovative Gen 4 small block engine family.
Yeah, the Corvette small block V8, it feels always willing, always able to go. It feels like a little bit on edge. You always feel like there's power in reserve. But it also has a feeling that if you do just want to cruise around comfortably on the highway, it's not intrusive, it's very quiet and very comfortable also.
The Z06 is powered by the largest displacement, most powerful production small block engine GM has ever produced, the all-new 7-liter LS7 V8. It generates 505 horsepower and 470 pounds-feet of torque, and features the highest small block redline ever in a GM production engine at 7,000 RPM. The Z06 turns in a blistering 0 to 60 time of 3.7 seconds. And a quarter-mile time of 11.7 seconds at 125 miles per hour. The LS7 can power Z06 to a top speed of 198 miles per hour on a racetrack. This awesome power plant has many advanced features derived from Corvette's racing experience, including a dry sump engine lubrication system that protects the engine from running out of oil during high-speed, high-revving situations, and when undergoing the kind of high lateral G-forces encountered in road racing.
The Z06 has an immediacy, a visceral feel to it that's unlike any other car on the street. It's been developed on both the street and the racetrack to be comfortable in both areas. It's probably the only car on the planet that you can use as a daily driver, relatively comfortable, convenient, take it to the racetrack on the weekend. If you have the driving skills, more than likely you'll break the track record for production cars. At the end of the day, you pack up all your stuff, your cooler, even your folding chairs for the pit. You can put those in the back and drive home in air-conditioned comfort, listening to your tunes.
And the LS9 small block 6.2-liter V8 power plant in the extreme performance ZR1 will simply make your heart pound when 638 horsepower and 604 pounds-feet of torque move you from 0 to 205 miles per hour in the wink of an eye. The ZR1's R2300 supercharger is a 6th-generation design from Eaton, featuring a new 4-lobe rotor that promotes quieter and more efficient performance while delivering big power and big torque at lower RPMs and carrying it in a wide arc to 6,600 RPMs as it pushes enough air to help the engine maintain top power through the upper levels of the RPM band. And when you put all this together with all of the ZR1's other technical refinements, what you're left with is an all-American supercar that leaves behind other exotics that can cost much, much more. All Corvettes come with a standard 6-speed short-throw manual. This unit offers remarkable shift quality, a crucial factor in performance driving. There are 2 sets of gear ratios available with the manual, one for standard and one specific to the Grand Sport, the latter designed for maximum acceleration. The Z06 features a specific 6-speed manual transmission designed to handle the LS7's additional torque and horsepower. The ZR1 has a specific close-ratio hardened 6-speed manual to handle the supercharged LS9's enhanced performance. Manual fuel economy is enhanced with computer-aided gear selection, also known as skip shift, a feature first used on Corvette in 1989. When vehicle speed is between 15 and 20 miles per hour, and the accelerator pedal position is less than 20%, a switch directs the shifter from the first gear to the 4th instead of 2nd. Keep in mind, though, that in order for skip shift to work, the engine coolant temperature must be at more than 169 degrees. It will not operate if the engine is cold. This lowers engine speed, thus increasing fuel economy and avoiding the gas guzzler tax levied on other high-performance vehicles. When the shift light comes on, you can only shift from first gear to fourth gear. You must complete the shift into fourth to turn off this feature. After shifting into fourth, you may downshift to a lower gear if you prefer. If you try to force your transmission into any gear except fourth when the first to fourth shifter light is on, you may damage the transmission. Once in fourth, you can shift to any other gear if desired. Your coupe or convertible may be equipped with the optional 6-speed paddle shift with automatic modes. Drive, or D, is the conventional automatic shift mode optimized for smooth shifts. Sport, or S mode, can also be operated as fully automatic when the paddles are not used and features firmer shifts for enhanced performance. Manual shifting is activated in sport mode when using the steering wheel paddle shifters. Just push either paddle forward to upshift to the next higher gear, and squeeze the paddles to downshift. The current gear will be displayed in the DIC or the head-up display if equipped. To return to auto mode, either shift back to D or hold one of the upshift paddles down for a full second to return to Sport Auto mode. Note that gear selections resulting in over-revving or lugging will be denied to protect the engine. Using a longitudinal powertrain layout, the transmission is located at the rear of the car and attached directly to the rear axle. This layout improves on road balance while offering occupants an exceptionally roomy footwell because it eliminates the need for a large transmission tunnel. Of course, the finest powertrains can't do much without a structure and suspension set up to match.
The suspension of the vehicle has been improved in numerous areas. Our intent is to uplift the ride and handling performance of the car in every area possible. We believe we've done that with the next generation Corvette by not only improving the ride quality of the car, but we've also improved the handling of the car. And that's a real plus for the customer to get improved handling capabilities along with improved ride capabilities. That's done through a marriage of integrating the tire with the chassis system. Everything has to work together as a system, and that's really the job of an integration area like the Proving Grounds, is to bring all those different technologies together, tune them to the application of the car, and have the car meet its performance objective.
To that end, the key features of Corvette structure, low weight, high strength hydroformed steel frame rails, cord composite floors, and an aluminum cockpit structure are all painstakingly engineered to further Corvette's total performance package. The Z06 and ZR1 take things even further with an all aluminum structure, a magnesium cradle, and carbon fiber fenders and floor panels. The ZR1 also has a carbon fiber roof, roof bow, hood, splitter, and rockers. The result? Corvette delivers excellent ride and handling while capable of handling a high degree of lateral acceleration with remarkable composure. The front and rear suspension features an independent short long-arm double wishbone design with transverse springs. Suspension tuning has been optimized, making Corvette easier to drive even at relatively high levels of handling stress. All of this is complemented by Corvette's high-performance wheels and tires, 18-inch front and 19-inch rear with the Z06 and Grand Sport, sporting 12-inch wide rear wheels. The ZR1 has 19-inch by 10-inch front and incredible 20-inch by 12-inch rear. But more on tires and wheels in a moment. Corvette offers a choice of 5 suspension systems, the first 3 of which are available with the coupe and convertible: the standard setup, magnetic selective ride control, and the Grand Sport. The Z06 features a state-of-the-art suspension specifically designed for the rigorous demands of supercar-level performance. The ZR1 includes standard magnetic selective ride control and exceeds the supercar performance of the Z06 with the ride comfort of the standard Corvette. The standard suspension is tuned for a balance of ride comfort and precise handling. It provides greater lateral acceleration, more body roll control, and improved traction and stability while cornering compared to the previous generation Corvette. The optional magnetic selective ride control suspension is an adjustable ride control system. It allows for a higher level of handling performance over the standard suspension while still giving a comfortable ride. The fastest variable damping technology available today, it instantly adjusts damping for different road surfaces and conditions. It can help Corvette ride flatter, with less feedback from swells and dips, as well as reduce body roll during moments of high-speed cornering. This system uses magneto-rheological fluid that changes consistency within the shock absorbers, along with special sensors and software. The system reads changes in the road surface over 1,000 times a second. The driver can select either Tour or Sport suspension settings. The Tour setting provides a smooth, soft ride and is best suited for normal city and highway driving. The Sport setting gives the driver more feedback and quickens response, adding a noticeably greater amount of control. You can select between Tour and Sport settings at any time. The Grand Sport model is the coupe and convertibles package for driving enthusiasts. This system offers aggressive dampers and springs, larger stabilizer bars, wider Goodyear Eagle F1 supercar tires and specific Grand Sport wheels, wider fenders, quarters, and front fascia, front splitter and tall rear spoiler, high-performance brake system with massive monoblock brake calipers and large vented cross-drilled rotors, quicker gear ratios in the 6-speed manual gearbox, quicker rear axle ratio with paddle shift automatic. The Z52 Dry Sump Performance Package is a manual transmission coupe competition-ready package for true performance enthusiasts. This system offers enhanced cooling, performance dry sump system, rear-mounted battery. The Z06 meets the criteria of an exotic supercar with many of the high-performance credentials of an authentic GT1 race car. Beyond the aerodynamics, powertrain, and all-aluminum frame already discussed, these credentials include high-performance brake system with massive monoblock brake calipers and large vented and cross-drilled rotors, highly damped monotube shocks, hollow aluminum stabilizer bars with larger rear bars, wide Goodyear Eagle F1 supercar tires, magnesium engine cradle, performance-calibrated active handling, ABS and traction control, aluminum frame structure, larger volume air induction system, and redesigned half shafts.
We knew when we started engineering the Z06 that we were going to add a lot of performance hardware, things like extra coolers, bigger brakes, driveline components to stand up to track usage in a 500 horsepower car. We also knew we wanted the car to be lighter than the other models. So when it came to mass reduction, we had to think big, really big. And so we've done something no one else in the industry has ever done. We've taken a steel structure and converted it entirely into aluminum. We use an all-aluminum uniframe in the Z06 to save 136 pounds and to a great extent offset fully all of the other content that we have to add for performance.
And when it comes to the top of the line in performance, Corvette pulled out even more stops when it came to the newest addition to the Corvette family, the ZR1. The ZR1 features a high-performance ceramic brake system with massive monoblock brake calipers and large vented cross-drilled rotors, magnetic selective ride control, hollow aluminum stabilizer bars with larger rear bars, wider and larger Michelin PS2 ZP tires, magnesium engine cradle, performance-calibrated active handling, ABS and traction control, aluminum frame structure, larger volume air induction system, redesigned half shafts, performance traction management, PTM. ZR1 has the largest wheels and tires used on a production Corvette, a full 1 inch larger in diameter than other Corvette models. It also includes large 15.5 inch front and 15 inch rear carbon ceramic brake rotors with electronic brake wear indicators. As an added feature, the driver's information center will alert you when your brake pads need replacing. As a special note, please take special care when removing the wheels so that the brake rotors are not contacted as they can be chipped. ZR1 includes magnetic selective ride control. ZR1 has specific Michelin PS2 ZP tires. The 2010 Corvette ZR1 was the first ever to be equipped with Performance Traction Management, or PTM. PTM is an advanced system that integrates your traction control, active handling, and selective ride control systems to enhance racetrack driving consistency and overall performance. With PTM, you can now push full throttle while exiting a corner on a racetrack, as the system automatically manages your overall acceleration dynamics. To select PTM, quickly press the active handling mode switch twice. This places the vehicle in PTM mode number 1, which is intended for use on a wet racetrack. The DIC will display Perf Track 1 Wet, active handling on, and the lighting of the selective ride control switch will change. Once PTM is selected, the selective ride control switch is used to increase or decrease PTM modes. Rotating the knob to the right towards the plus sign increases the mode level, while rotating the knob to the left towards the minus sign decreases the mode level. Keep in mind that only one PTM mode change will take place per rotation, and that as a mode is being selected, the appropriate selective ride setting activates. There are 5 different PTM modes. The first is intended for use when a racing surface is wet, while the other 4 modes are used when a racing surface is dry. The 4 dry modes range from the most conservative setting of Perf Track 2 Dry to the most aggressive Perf Track 5 Race. Keep in mind that it's highly recommended that the dry modes are never used on wet track conditions. As well, as each mode provides different characteristics and more driver interaction will be required as a selected mode is increased, it's also recommended that drivers familiarize themselves with the most conservative modes and then increase their way through the other modes as their experience and driving confidence builds. It's also important to know that as the PTM mode is increased from Perf Track 3 Sport to Perf Track 4 Sport, that the active handling system automatically disables. For this reason, it's important that a person's driving style is appropriately modified. Drivers should also remember that launch control is available in each PTM mode and that its performance is unaffected by the PTM level selected. When it comes to using PTM to consistently drive your ZR1 at a high level of performance on a racetrack, the first thing to remember is that PTM is not intended to replace good driving habits, but is rather designed to reward them. Erratic driver inputs with PTM will have the same result as they would without PTM, those being slow and inconsistent lap times. To maximize PTM's benefits, it's important that you enter your vehicle into a corner at an appropriate track speed. Then, at the point where you would normally pick up the throttle and start to modulate it to put the vehicle at the proper corner exit point, you can now instead depress the throttle to wide open. PTM will manage the appropriate level of acceleration for the mode that's selected and the vehicle's given dynamics. This means that you only need to focus on steering the vehicle along the appropriate race lines. This slow-in, fast-out racing philosophy maximizes PTM's potential as well as your own, and following these simple steps means that you'll be rewarded with fast and consistent lap times. For more information on this exciting feature, kindly consult your owner manual. And for all of you Corvette owners, please note that brake noise may occur under certain weather or operating conditions. This is normal for your Corvette's high-performance system, which features semi-metallic brake pads. Making a few firm stops may reduce the noise. You may also notice brake dust, which is common with high-performance brakes. MagnaSteer speed-sensitive steering with variable ratio provides more assist at lower speeds and firmer, more precise control at highway speeds. Integrated chassis control with ABS, active handling, and traction control also helps ensure stable handling in difficult road conditions. Corvette's active handling system enhances driver control and safety by using individual wheel brake application, along with traction control to correct yaw. It also recognizes when a tire is running with low or zero air pressure and compensates handling and braking accordingly. Launch control can be activated with active handling in competitive driving mode on manual transmission models. To perform a launch control launch, first, start the vehicle. Next, press the active handling switch twice to enter competitive driving mode. For those of you with the ZR1, you can now select your desired performance traction mode. Launch control will now be active. Next, press the clutch firmly to the floor. Now, place the vehicle in first gear. Floor the accelerator pedal quickly and firmly. Your vehicle's RPM will remain at its prescribed launch RPM. And finally, release the clutch and go. Launch control takes advantage of available traction for consistent, quick launches. Do not use launch control until your Corvette has been properly broken in. Please see your owner manual for more information. The standard wheels in front are 18 by 8.5 inches, and in back they're 19 by 10 inches. 5-spoke aluminum is standard, with chrome 5-spoke aluminum available. The Grand Sport model features wider wheels and tires for greater lateral grip and handling. The Z06 features wide wheels for a bigger footprint to take full advantage of the LS7's awesome power and achieve an extreme cornering capability. ZR1 has even larger wheels and tires to house its large ceramic brakes. The coupe and convertible's Goodyear Eagle F1 extended mobility tires are designed to deliver serious performance, with P245 40 ZR18s up front and P285 35 ZR19s in back. The Grand Sport and Z06 feature even wider Eagle F1 supercar tires with an ultra-high performance asymmetric tread design. The ZR1 has 1-inch larger diameter wheels, the widest tires used on a production Corvette. Your Corvette also features run-flat tires that offer greater snow and rain performance than previous generation extended mobility tires. Additionally, the design of these tires enables safe function during and after the loss of air pressure for up to 100 miles of continuous driving at 55 miles per hour. If, however, you can drive on your deflated tire at less than 55 miles per hour and for fewer than 25 miles distance, there will be a much better chance that the tire can be repaired. Yet despite their low profile, the sidewall is surprisingly compliant over bumps and impacts, improving ride comfort, isolating road imperfections, and reducing road noise. And now, let's move inside the car to help you become familiar with Corvette's state-of-the-art control and convenience features. Cutting-edge technology, precise instrumentation, a perfection of fit and finish, and rich materials all contribute to Corvette's refined atmosphere, where it's all about optimizing your driving experience. Using keyless access with push-button start eliminates conventional keys, lock cylinders, and door handles for outstanding convenience, contemporary looks, and improved aerodynamics. As long as your remote transmitter is within about 3 feet of the door switch, the door unlocks and unlatches from the outside when the driver touches the pad at the rear edge of the door. Inside, you simply push the door release button in the door trim pull handle to open the door. It all takes about 1/3 of a second. A light on top of the door panel remains on for a few seconds to indicate the doors are locked. When unlocked, the light flashes. To start your engine with an automatic transmission, make sure the vehicle is in park or neutral and step on the brake. With a manual transmission, fully depress the clutch pedal. Then push the top of the dash-mounted ignition button. When the engine begins cranking, release the button. And remember, the remote transmitter must be in the car for the engine to start. No transmitter, no engine power. Also note that some cell phone chargers can interfere with the push-button start system, so you may need to unplug your charger before starting the engine. Now, to turn off the engine, simply press the bottom of the ignition switch and hold it for 1 full second. So, wondering what you do in the unlikely event you lose vehicle electrical power or the remote's battery goes dead? It's really pretty simple. Just push the tab on your transmitter and pull out the metal master key attached to the key ring slot. If your vehicle has lost battery power, you can use the emergency key to access the interior via the emergency lock cylinder above the license plate. Once the hatch is open, you can open the doors and access the passenger compartment by pulling the door release handle located on the driver's side of the trunk. And if you lose electrical power when you're inside the car, there are emergency door release handles outboard of each seat. Also, if the transmitter battery is weak or dead, place the fob in the glove box transmitter pocket with the buttons facing toward the passenger side of the vehicle. Press the brake pedal or depress the clutch and press the start button. The vehicle will start. The transmitter battery should be replaced as soon as possible. The Driver Information Center will display a fob battery low every time the engine is started until the battery is replaced. You can find additional information on all of this in your owner manual. If a second driver regularly gets behind the wheel of your new Corvette, you will want to take full advantage of the available memory package and standard personalization features. With the available memory package, you can store in memory 2 driver settings for seat, steering column, and outside mirror positions, as well as separate easy exit seat positions. The standard personalization will store climate control, radio presets, and personalization options. The numbers 1 and 2 on the top of each keyless access transmitter correspond to the memory buttons located on the driver's door. To program each memory setting, first set the driver's seat, both outside mirrors, and the telescopic steering column for driver 1. Then press and hold the 1 button until you hear 2 beeps indicating the settings are programmed. We'll describe how to use the memory function to set the exit position in just a moment. To program custom settings for the second driver, simply repeat the procedure for button 2. Of course, to get the car to recognize the second key fob, the driver will first need to press a button on the second key fob so that the system acknowledges it. How you recall memory settings depends on what transmission you have. With the automatic, be sure the shifter is in park, then press and hold button number 1 or 2 until you hear a short beep. After a brief delay, the seat, column, and mirrors will move to their programmed positions. Recalling memory settings with a manual transmission works the same way, except the parking brake must be set if the vehicle is running. Now, with the Auto Memory Recall feature turned on through the Driver Information Center, or DIC, the seat, steering column, and mirrors will automatically move to their programmed positions when the engine is started. There's also an exit button used to program and recall each driver's easy exit seat position. To set an individual exit position, first recall the driving position for the person for whom the exit seat position is being set. Once everything has moved to the programmed driving position, reposition the seat and steering column for the most comfortable exit position. Then, press and hold the exit button until you hear 2 beeps indicating the exit position is programmed. You recall the exit position the same way you recall the driving positions. Just use the Easy Exit button on the driver's door instead of the memory buttons. Also, with the Auto Exit Recall feature turned on through the DIC, the seat and steering column will move to the exit positions when you use the transmitter to unlock the car, or when you turn off the engine and open the driver's door. Pretty handy. You can personalize a number of your Corvette's features, meaning these features can be set to operate differently for 2 separate drivers. With your car's standard personalization capabilities, some features are automatically updated and saved as the driver adjusts them. Things like radio presets, the last climate control setting, the position and dimming level of the head-up display, the instrument panel cluster dimming level, and last selected DIC display are all constantly updated and saved for driver 1 and driver 2, depending upon which keyless access transmitter is being used. Other features are set and controlled via the DIC using the Personal Options menu, which will be described in a moment. In either case, your Corvette knows which driver settings to use in one of 3 ways. Either the lock or unlock button on your keyless access transmitter is pressed, memory button 1 or 2 on the driver's door is pressed, or remote access transmitter 1 or 2 is detected when the door is opened. And should your car detect both keyless access transmitters when the door is opened, the memory system defaults to driver number 1. So, how do you personalize features using the Driver Information Center? Let's start with a brief overview of the DIC. The Driver Information Center does exactly what the name implies. Provide the driver with a wealth of important information about a number of your Corvette's advanced features, systems, and components. For example, the DIC keeps you informed about tire pressures. You can view the pressures at any time, and the DIC will warn you anytime a tire's pressure drops below 24 psi or goes above 42 psi. Be sure to remember that tire pressure normally decreases during cold temperatures by as much as 4 pounds per tire, and can increase by as much as 4 pounds per tire when they're hot. This means that if you keep the tire pressures at 30 pounds or less and the outside temperature drops, that the low pressure warning lamp could come on until the tires warm up. So be sure to recheck the tire pressures using the DIC after approximately 15 minutes of driving. This will allow time for the tires to warm up and the pressures to regulate. To help avoid this, you may want to increase air pressure in the tires to 32 pounds during cold weather conditions. In fact, the DIC gives you the status of a number of critical vehicle systems. It also displays warning or status messages and provides access to that impressive array of driver personalization features. The display is centered within the instrument panel cluster, directly above the steering column, while its control buttons are located on the instrument panel to the right of the steering wheel. When the ignition is turned on, the DIC first displays Corvette by Chevrolet before showing the current driver and the information last displayed when the engine was turned off. Anytime a problem is detected, a message is displayed on the DIC. Take all DIC messages seriously. Remember that clearing the message makes the message disappear, not the problem. Access the DIC modes via the control buttons on the instrument panel. The Fuel button accesses information on average fuel economy, instantaneous fuel economy, and available range. The Gauges button displays gauge information like oil pressure, oil, coolant, and automatic transmission fluid temperatures, battery voltage, and front and rear tire pressures. The Trip button displays your total and trip miles, elapsed time function, average speed, and engine oil life. The Option button gives you access to the personalization options such as door locks, language, easy entry seats, and so on. The Reset button works in conjunction with the other buttons to reset system functions, select personal options, and turn off or acknowledge DIC messages. You can use the DIC to personalize everything from display units, which allows you to choose between English and metric, to approach lights, twilight sentinel, flash at lock and/or unlock, fob reminder, passive door locking and unlocking, auto unlock, language, personal name display, and more. To access the personalization menu options, first turn your vehicle on and, depending on the transmission, leave the automatic shifter in park or apply the parking brake with the manual shifter in neutral. Next, press the Option button to enter the Personal Options menu. The DIC will first show the current driver number or name for a few seconds before displaying instructions on what buttons to use to choose personalization settings. You'll use the Reset button to choose a setting for a given feature, and the Option button to move to the next feature. With the instruction screen displayed, press the Option button to move to the first personalization menu item. Note that every time you press the Option button, any changes you made to that feature settings are stored, and you move on to the next feature. You can type in a name or greeting for two separate drivers by pressing the Option button until the Personalize Name option appears. Select Yes by pressing the Reset button. Now, press the Option button and a cursor will appear on the DIC display. Press Option repeatedly until the letter you want is displayed, then press Reset to select it. The display is self-centering. Refer to your owner manual on how to enter up to 20 characters. Once you've cycled through all the features, pressing the Options button exits the menu. Also, keep in mind that if no button is pressed within approximately 45 seconds, the DIC automatically exits the Personal Options menu. While we're discussing the DIC, here's a helpful hint. To avoid locking your passenger inside when you walk away from the car with the key fob, be sure to either turn your passive door locking feature off or simply press the unlock switch on the door or the fob. That's just an overview of your car's driver information center and how the personalization features work. So when you have a chance, please take the time to review the DIC information in your owner manual. There, you'll learn how to get the most out of this invaluable feature. If your Corvette is equipped with the optional head-up display, or HUD, you can take advantage of advanced fighter jet technology to help you keep your eyes on the road. The HUD projects specific information directly onto the windshield, just below your line of sight to the road. The numeric information, which can be in either English or metric, appears as an image focused out toward the front of your vehicle. You can display a variety of information, depending upon the mode selected. You can even display turn-by-turn directions if you have the navigation system. The HUD offers 3 modes, including Street Mode, which supports both audio and navigation functions, with your choice of tachometer display styles. Track Mode 1 supports a real-time G-force gauge, minor gauges, and a circular tachometer. A second Track Mode view is also available, providing a linear rather than circular tachometer. You can use the HUD system controls, which are located to the left of the steering wheel, to further customize the display once you've picked a mode, as well as to adjust brightness and location. For example, the Page button allows you to customize the HUD modes as they are being displayed. For more information on how to set up the HUD, adjust its position and brightness, select a mode and customize the display, refer to your owner manual for details.
Many times we get put up against these cars with $20,000 worth of interior options, but now we have a much more affordable alternative with the Corvette with a new custom leather-wrapped interior, which brings us up on a par with the best sports cars in the world. So now there's no excuses.
Obviously the fit and finish, we paid particular attention to the use of color, graphics, the materials are much improved, the fit and finish. The gap tolerances are down to 1 millimeter, in some cases less. The gloss level is very low, so it creates a much richer sense of quality. The graphics are laid out to, again, enhance the twin cockpit wraparound feeling, plus also add a more enhanced level of personality to it.
One of the critical requirements of any high-performance sports car are seats that keep you comfortable yet secure. The seats in your Corvette use a 2-layer composite seat frame supported by an aluminum base that provides an outstanding structure designed for performance driving. If you're driving with standard seats, you have 6-way power adjustment with manual recline control on the driver's side. Both controls are located on the outboard side of the seat cushion. To adjust the seat, move the front of the seat controller up or down to adjust the front portion of the seat cushion, and move the rear portion of the controller to adjust the rear of the seat cushion. To move the entire seat forward or rearward, simply push the seat controller forward or back. If your car is equipped with sport seats, the passenger side is also 6-way power adjustable, and the controller works just like the driver's side. By the way, all seats have leather seating surfaces. Now, to recline either seat, first lift your weight off the seat back. Next, pull the lever up until it stops. Then lean back to position the seat back where you want it and release the lever. The seat back is now locked in position. The sports seats also come with power lumbar and lateral side bolsters. Their controls are also located on the outboard side of the seat cushion. Pressing the vertical lumbar control switch forward increases support, while pushing it rearward decreases support. Side bolsters are the wings located on each side of the seat back. They should be adjusted to provide your back lateral support during hard cornering maneuvers. To move the wings in closer to you, pull the switch up. To move the wings away from you, push the switch down. Standard Z06 and ZR1 seating emphasizes a low-mass design for the performance enthusiast who is more interested in keeping the car's weight to a minimum rather than adding extra features. This driver's seat includes power 6-way controls. If your Corvette has heated seats, the controls are located on the center console. There's 3 settings: high, low, and off. You'll find complete operating information as well as additional information on all your seat's features in the owner manual. Now, we're going to continue our discussion of Corvette's technologically advanced control, comfort, and convenience features, as well as provide a brief overview of your car's carefully engineered occupant protection features. Few things add to the pleasure of a spirited drive more than a quality sound system, which is why your Corvette comes equipped with high-performance audio technology. The standard audio system is an AM/FM stereo with single CD player, MP3 playback, and 7 speakers. The single CD player and 6-disc changer will accept MP3 files recorded on a CDR. The player can read and play up to 50 folders, 50 playlists, 10 sessions, and 255 files. See your owner manual for complete details on this exciting Corvette feature. You may have opted for the up-level 7-speaker Bose system. It's MP3 capable, with 10-inch woofers and special top-down equalization that automatically adjusts to maintain premium performance, whether the convertible top is up or down. Another feature is the audio input jack. This is great for connecting a digital music player to your audio system to listen to your music collection. A connector cable is required, but once you've got your player plugged in, you'll be able to use your device's controls to select the track you want to listen to. This feature is included on all stereo systems with the exception of the navigation radio. A PAL, Personal Audio Link, iPod interface is available for the navigation system through genuine Corvette accessories at your Chevrolet dealer. Finally, you may have decided to go with the optional navigation audio system, which features a 6.5-inch LCD color display touchscreen, DVD-ROM navigation using GPS technology, and voice recognition capability. This state-of-the-art sound system includes an AM/FM stereo, single-disc CD player that is MP3 capable, and a Bose Premium 7-speaker system. Whatever system you have, the AM/FM antenna is hidden behind the rear fascia. Keep in mind, though, that with the ZR1, the high-performance fuel system and the extensive use of carbon fiber may cause slightly diminished AM performance. On both non-navigation systems, the top button is the power and volume knob. Press it to turn the system on or off, and turn it to increase or decrease volume. This same control is located in the lower left of the navigation audio system. There's also an automatic volume feature on both Bose systems that adjusts volume automatically to compensate for wind and road noise. The standard audio has speed compensated volume. To set the time on either of the non-navigation systems, just press the H for hour or M for minute button to enter clock mode. Press and hold until the correct hour and minute are displayed. You'll use the band button to select between AM, FM1, or FM2, as well as XM1 and XM2 if you have XM satellite radio. That means you can program up to 30 stations on the 6 numbered buttons. To program your preset stations, press band to select FM1, FM2, AM, or XM1 or XM2 if you have this option. Then tune in the desired station, press Auto EQ to select the desired equalization, and press and hold one of the 6 numbered push buttons until you hear a beep. Repeat this procedure for each push button. To use Seek on either of the non-nav systems, press either the forward or reverse direction arrow keys to go to the next or previous station with a sufficiently clear signal. The tuner will stay at that station until you manually change it. To use Scan within the selected band, press and hold either arrow button for about 2 seconds until Frequency Scan appears on the radio display. The radio will go to a station, play for a few seconds, and then go to the next station. To stop scanning, press either arrow button again. You can also scan your preset stations. Simply press and hold either arrow button for about 4 seconds until Preset Scan appears in the display. To stop scanning, simply press either scan arrow or one of the radio push buttons. To set the time on the navigation audio system, touch and hold the time display in the upper right corner of any menu to get to the Clock Adjust menu. The menu includes up and down arrows to adjust both hours and minutes. You can also access other menu items such as GPS time, daylight saving time, and more. Press the source hard key to display the operation screen of the current source and to choose between all available sources, AM, FM1, FM2, and XM1 and XM2 if equipped. Press and hold the up or down arrow hard key until a beep is heard to seek to the next or previous station. Note that the navigation audio system has a separate Scan soft key at the bottom left of the source menu page. Just touch it to begin scanning. Touch and hold the Scan button to scan preset stations. To store preset stations, press the source hard key and select the desired source. The preset station menu will appear. Tune to the desired station by using the Tune Seek arrows. Then, touch Sound to set the bass, mid-range, treble, and auto-tone control for your preset. Touch and hold one of the 6 numbered preset screen buttons until you hear a beep to set. Your Corvette audio system has a Radio Data System, or RDS. This feature allows you to seek stations broadcasting the type of programming of your choice, receive announcements concerning local and national emergencies, view text messages from radio stations, and seek to stations with traffic announcements. XM Satellite Radio offers you over 160 channels of digital quality sound that can be heard coast to coast. A nice feature in a car designed for the ultimate touring experience. Note that the XM antenna is hidden within the outside mirrors for a clean exterior appearance. That should get you going with your audio system's radio. But what about playing back your personal CD collection? To load a single CD in the 6-disc CD changer, first press and release the Load button. Then insert a CD partially into the slot, label side up, and the player will pull the CD in and begin playing. To load multiple CDs, press and hold the Load button for 2 seconds. You'll hear a beep as Load All Discs appears on the display. When the display changes to Insert CD Number, you can load a CD partially into the slot, label side up, and the system will pull the CD in. Continue loading up to 6 CDs, but be sure to wait between loading individual discs. Just wait until Insert CD Number is displayed before loading the next disc. If you're loading less than 6, just press the Load button when you're done to cancel the loading function. The system will automatically begin playing the last CD you put in. If more than one CD is loaded, each is assigned a number. To play a specific CD, first press the CD aux button, then press the numbered push button that corresponds to the CD you want to play. Finally, to eject the CD that's playing, press the eject button. Press and hold the eject button to eject multiple CDs. To load a music CD with the navigation audio system, press the faceplate tilt hard key. Insert the CD into the slot and press the faceplate tilt hard key again to close. Okay, we've only scratched the surface here. Your Corvette sound system incorporates the latest in advanced audio technology. For complete information on your in-vehicle entertainment system, refer to your owner manual for details. Corvette offers an optional navigation system with a touchscreen display, turn-by-turn voice-prompted guidance, and voice recognition with commands for audio and navigation controls. This state-of-the-art system is one of the most sophisticated yet easy to use in the industry. It provides convenience and peace of mind without introducing undue complexity. And a DVD CD-ROM database has geographic information for the US and most of Canada. As you're probably aware, this system does not have the capability to play a DVD movie. The beauty of the system is its simplicity. Touch the address soft key and enter the city you want, followed by the street address, including house number. Then touch OK and the system will calculate up to 3 routes and show directions on the map screen. Each optional route includes mileage and estimated driving times. You can also enter a destination using the point of interest method. The system's vast database includes restaurants, service stations, grocery stores, banks, hospitals, and much more. Just choose the category in which you're interested. Other useful features include the ability to choose a memory point from a list of destinations that were previously stored, plot a route to the intersection of 2 streets, plot a route to a freeway entrance or exit, and much more. You can even figure out 3 routes to your home from wherever you're at. Use the Home feature to have this location readily at hand at all times. And your home destination can be recalled through voice recognition. Be sure to take a few minutes to review the navigation demo at the end of this DVD. This should get you started, but there is much more to this system than we can cover here. So refer to the special navigation supplement for complete details on how to operate this state-of-the-art system. Some Corvettes feature an in-vehicle Bluetooth phone connection system. Bluetooth is a short-range wireless technology that enables connectivity between 2 or more devices, such as a cell phone and a vehicle. With your in-vehicle Bluetooth system, you can experience hands-free calling as your Bluetooth-capable cell phone is wirelessly connected to your vehicle. Using voice recognition, as well as the controls on your steering wheel, your Corvette's Bluetooth-enabled system allows you to place and receive calls. In order to utilize Bluetooth on your Corvette, a Bluetooth-equipped cell phone is required. And here it's important to note that not all cell phones support all functions, and not all cell phones are guaranteed to work with your Corvette's in-vehicle Bluetooth system. So please be sure to visit www.gm.com/Bluetooth to find more information on compatible phones. The Bluetooth system uses voice recognition to interpret voice commands, phone numbers, and names. For best efficiency when using the Bluetooth system, keep interior noise levels to a minimum, as the system may not recognize the voice command if there is too much background noise. And be sure to speak clearly and in a calm and natural voice. When using the in-vehicle Bluetooth system, sound comes through the vehicle's front audio system speakers and overrides the audio system. You simply use the audio system volume controls on either the steering wheel or the radio system to change the Bluetooth volume level. There are a couple of Bluetooth controls that are especially important for the system, and these are located on the steering wheel. The first is the push-to-talk button. This is the button that shows sound waves coming from a person's mouth moving towards a telephone handset. You press this button to answer incoming calls, confirm system information, and start speech recognition. The next button is the phone on hook button. This button has the image of a telephone handset with a slash running through it. You press this to end a call or cancel an operation. To begin interacting with your in-vehicle Bluetooth system, it's important to remember that the system can only be used while your Corvette's ignition is in the on-run or ACC accessory position. The first step in using your in-vehicle Bluetooth system is pairing your Bluetooth-enabled cell phone with your Corvette. Through pairing, Your cell phone and your Corvette establish a trusted relationship by exchanging and confirming a secret code specific to the two devices known as a PIN, or personal identification number. The use of this unique PIN helps to establish a secure link. And for the sake of simplicity, the pairing process needs to only be done once for each phone paired with your Corvette, unless you delete that phone's information from the system. It's also useful to note that up to 5 devices can be paired to your Corvette, but that only one device can be connected at any given time. As well, and in the event that there's more than one paired device in your Corvette at the same time, the in-vehicle Bluetooth system will automatically link with the first available paired cell phone in the order that the phone was paired. And best of all, once your Bluetooth-enabled cell phone has been paired with your Corvette, it will automatically connect to your vehicle once you turn on the ignition. But please keep in mind that for safety reasons, being able to set up the pairing process is disabled if the vehicle is not in park, is moving, or in the case of manual transmissions, the parking brake isn't engaged. It's also very important to remember that if you decide not to pair a Bluetooth-enabled device with your Corvette, that all calls made with your Corvette will be made using the OnStar hands-free calling system and will be subject to the terms and conditions of your OnStar service. So let's go through the 7 simple steps needed to pair a phone. To start, first press and hold the push-to-talk button for 2 seconds. The system will respond with "Ready," followed by a tone.
Ready.
After the tone, say Bluetooth. The system will respond with Bluetooth ready, followed by a tone.
Bluetooth ready.
Next, say pair.
Pair. Please start a search on your Bluetooth phone.
The system will respond with instructions and a 4-digit personal identification number, as well as show the PIN in the driver information center. Remember this PIN as it will be used in the next step. Next, start the pairing process directly on the cell phone that will be paired to the vehicle. For even more detailed instructions on how to access the pairing function of your specific cell phone, please visit the GM Bluetooth website located at www.gm.com/Bluetooth and search for your phone. If your phone is not on the list, then you may need to reference your specific phone manufacturer's user guide. When you're ready to proceed, locate the device named General Motors in the list on your cellular device and follow the instructions on the cell phone to enter the 4-digit PIN that was just provided in the previous step. Next, the Bluetooth system will prompt you for a name for the phone. Use a name that best describes the phone, such as My Business Phone. This name will be used to indicate which phone is connected.
Please say the name tag you want associated with this phone.
My Business Phone.
The system will then confirm the name provided.
About to store.
My Business Phone.
Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Once this has been done, the system responds with phone name has been successfully paired after the pairing process has been completed.
My Business Phone.
Has been successfully paired. Bluetooth ready.
If any additional phones are to be paired, simply repeat the pairing steps once again using the new phone. Please refer to your owner manual or to www.gm.com/Bluetooth to find out how to get a listing of all paired and connected phones, find out how to delete a paired phone, and discover how to link to a different phone. Making a call with your Bluetooth-enabled system is really quite easy and can be done in one of 4 ways using the dial, digit dial, call, and redial commands. We're going to look at the steps used to dial, call, and then redial. To make a call using the dial command, press and hold the push-to-talk button for 2 seconds and wait for the system to respond with ready, followed by a tone.
Ready.
Next, say dial, and the system will respond with dial using phone name, number please, followed by a tone.
Dial.
Dial using
My Business Phone.
number please.
From here, say the entire number without pauses.
1-800-243-8872.
If the system recognizes the number, it responds with OK dialing and dials the number. If the system does not recognize the number, it will confirm the numbers followed by a tone. If the number is correct, say yes.
Please say yes or no.
Yes.
The system then responds with OK dialing and dials the number.
Yes. Okay. Dialing 1.
We'll next look at how to make a call using the call command. And here, please note that before the call command can be used, at least one name tag must be stored. The store command allows a phone number to be saved for future use without the need to enter the digits individually every time you'd like to access an often used number. So this is how you store one of up to 30 name tags that can be saved. To begin, press and hold the push to talk button for 2 seconds. The system responds with ready, followed by a tone.
Ready.
Next, say store.
Store.
The system responds with store, number please, followed by a tone.
Store. Number, please.
From here, say the complete phone number to be stored with no pauses.
1-800-243-8872.
If the system recognizes the number, it responds with OK, storing, and repeats the phone number. If the system is unsure it recognizes the phone number, it responds with store and repeats the number followed by please say yes or no. If the number is correct, say yes. If the number is not correct, say no, and the system will ask for the number to be re-entered.
Store. 1-800-243-8872. Please say yes or no.
Yes.
After the system stores the phone number, it responds with please say the name tag, followed by a tone.
Please say the name tag.
From here, say a name tag for the phone number.
Roadside assistance.
The name tag is recorded and the system responds with about to store name tag. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
If the name tag does not sound correct, say no and repeat step 5. If the name tag is correct, say yes, and the name tag is stored. After the number is stored, the system returns to the main menu. To make a call using the call command, first press and hold the push to talk button for 2 seconds. The system will respond with ready, followed by a tone.
Ready.
Next, say call.
Call.
The system will respond with call using stored phone name. Please say the name tag, followed by a tone. From here, simply say the name tag of the person to call.
Call using
My business phone.
please say the name tag.
Roadside assistance.
If the system recognizes the name tag, it responds with OK, calling name tag, and dials the number.
Okay. Calling.
Roadside assistance.
Next, we'll look at how to redial the last number called. To begin, press and hold the push to talk button for 2 seconds. The system will respond with ready, followed by a tone.
Ready.
After the tone, say redial. The system responds with redial using phone name and dials the number. Once connected, the person called will be heard through the audio speakers.
Thank you for calling Chevrolet Roadside Assistance.
Now that you know how to place a call, there are also a couple of other things you need to know about your Bluetooth-enabled system. For example, when you're receiving a call, the audio system mutes and the incoming call notification displays on the DIC. To answer the call, simply press the push to talk button, or to ignore the call, just press the phone on hook button. If, during a call, you'd like to mute the person on the other end, simply press the push to talk button. The system responds with ready, followed by a tone. Say mute. The system responds with call muted.
Call muted.
To cancel the mute, press the push to talk button once again. The system responds with ready, followed by a tone. After the tone, say mute. The system will then respond with resuming call.
Resuming call.
There are many other functions such as the transfer call command that can move a call from your vehicle's Bluetooth system to your private cell phone, as well as call waiting, three-way calling, and a number of other handy features that can be accessed through your Corvette's Bluetooth system. To find out about these and much, much more, kindly refer to your owner manual, as well as www.gm.com/Bluetooth for further information. Another feature that dramatically influences driving enjoyment is climate control, which is why your Corvette comes with an automatic dual-zone system complete with cabin air filtration. Providing individualized temperature control with a 30-degree temperature spread, this system features user-friendly controls, compact packaging, excellent heater airflow distribution, and a brushless blower motor for quiet operation. When you first start the car, the display shows the driver's side temperature setting, the fan speed, the outside temperature, air delivery, and passenger side temperature if you're in the dual mode setting for about 10 seconds. For best results, auto mode is recommended. Just set the temp and let the fully automatic system work. To operate the system in automatic mode, first press the Auto button. Auto will appear on screen and the system will display the current settings for about 10 seconds. Then, only the driver's temperature, outside temperature, and passenger side setting if you're in dual mode will remain. You can adjust the temperature setting at any time, but keep in mind that choosing the warmest or coldest setting doesn't cause the system to heat or cool any faster. With your temperature set, the automatic system will work to reach that temperature as quickly as possible. For manual operation of the driver's fan power and temperature, first press the driver temperature knob to turn off the system. This is the only way to completely shut off the fan. But you can still adjust both the driver and passenger set temperature and the air intake mode. At this point, the display will show only the outside temperature. Use this knob to control the passenger set temperature. By the way, if the passenger side is off, the driver's side temperature knob controls temperature for the entire vehicle. You can now press the Mode button to lock in the current air delivery system. This stops automatic mode control and removes Auto from the display, where the mode graphics appear. To change the air delivery mode, press the Mode button again, then select either Vent, Bi-level, or Floor from the display. To clear windshield condensation, select Defog, then press the Auto button to return to automatic operation when through. To control fan speed, use the up and down arrows at the fan switch. Pressing the up arrow increases fan speed so more air flows into the cabin. Pressing the down arrow does the opposite. Finally, the recirculation mode is controlled by this button. Often used to help speed interior cool-down times, the recirculation mode prevents outside air from entering the cabin. When the system is in this mode, an indicator light comes on. The rear window defogger uses a warming grid to remove fog or frost and only works when the engine is running. The heated outside mirrors are also activated by the rear window defogger control. This system will automatically turn off after about 10 minutes when traveling less than 30 miles per hour. If turned on again, it will run another 5 minutes before turning off. We've just taken a quick look at your Corvette's automatic dual-zone climate control system, and that really doesn't do this sophisticated comfort feature justice. To ensure you take full advantage of all it has to offer, take the time to review the climate control information in your owner manual. OnStar is another example of extremely valuable technology. Highly acclaimed, OnStar's service includes automatic notification of airbag deployment, emergency services, roadside assistance, stolen vehicle tracking, remote diagnostics, an online concierge service, turn-by-turn navigation, and remote horn and lights. To learn more about the incredible features of OnStar, please visit their website at www.onstar.com or press the blue OnStar button to speak with an advisor. And speaking of airbag deployment, let's devote a few moments to safety. Your Corvette's innovative structure offers various occupant protection features. Crush zones are designed to absorb impact energy before it reaches the cabin, while the cabin's safety cage functions as a protective cocoon for belted occupants. Inside, safety belt pretensioners, belt tension reducers, and energy-absorbing retractors all offer added protection while providing excellent comfort during normal driving. Both front airbags are dual level, allowing them to deploy at one of two different rates depending upon crash severity. Your Corvette features the latest passive suppression technology to automatically disable the passenger side airbag when the system senses a child or smaller adult is seated. A light in the mirror indicates if the passenger side airbag is active or not. Side impact airbags are included on Corvette models. Safety is important, and when it comes to safety, nothing is more important than being sure you and your passenger always wear your safety belts. Period. Your owner manual provides a wide range of very important safety information that we haven't included in this DVD presentation, so make sure you read it carefully. Now, before moving to the exterior, a few interior highlights deserve a quick look, starting with the rear view mirror. What's so special about this mirror? Well, it has an automatic dimming feature. as does the driver's side outside rear view mirror. These mirrors will automatically dim to the proper level at night to compensate for the glare of lights behind you. The dimming function is turned on when the vehicle is started and can be turned off by depressing the on-off button for about 6 seconds. A light near the button is lit when the dimming function is turned on. A compass display is also included in the upper right corner of the mirror face. The available universal home remote, which can be programmed to automatically open garage doors and gates, is conveniently located in the driver's sun visor. Check your owner manual for details on how to program and use this valuable feature. To signal a lane change, just raise or lower the turn signal multifunction lever until the arrow starts to flash, then release it. The auto signal feature will flash the turn signal 3 times automatically. The fuel door release button is located on the instrument panel to the left of the steering wheel. Push the button to release the fuel door, which is on the driver's side. There's also a manual fuel door release tab against the upper trim on the driver's side of the rear compartment. Pull the tab to release the door. Finally, your Corvette's interior offers a number of little things that make driving more comfortable and convenient. For example, the power windows with express down feature. And your Corvette's covered cup holders are ingenious in their own small way, designed to handle sports car G-forces. The center console offers convenient storage, with room to securely store sunglasses, a mobile phone, and 6 CDs. And speaking of storage, although the exterior communicates dedicated performance, Corvette designers included class-leading storage with room for 2 sets of golf clubs and then some. If you own the Coupe, Z06, or ZR1, you're looking at over 22 cubic feet of cargo area back there. That's more than the trunk capacity of many sedans. And if you own the convertible, you have 11 cubic feet of cargo area with the top up and 7.5 cubic feet with the top down. Finally, on the Coupe, Convertible, and Z06, you'll find underfloor stowage compartments with flush hinge-mounted covers. We'd like to finish up by discussing what it takes to keep your new Corvette running and looking its best. But first, let's speak with a few people from the National Corvette Museum to find out a little more about the museum delivery program that may be of special interest to fellow Corvette enthusiasts.
One thing that makes the museum very special is our museum delivery program, where folks will order a new Corvette, choose the option R8C to take delivery here at the museum. We get to meet some very special people.
The delivery program was started in 1996. We did 5 or 6 cars that year and just getting the program started. Since 96, we have now brought the PDI or pre-delivery inspection in-house and do that with the training from the factory. We have grown the program from about 5 or 6 a year to last year we did 1,172. So we are growing steadily every year, breaking records every year and wondering how we do it.
The Bowling Green plant offers tours Monday through Friday. Watch as America's favorite sports car is assembled during a 1-mile walking tour. Call 270-745-8019 for more information or visit their website at www.bowlinggreenassemblyplant.com and sign up for a tour. Corvette doesn't require any special break-in period above and beyond what you'd expect for any new car. For the first 500 miles, you should take it easy. Avoid wide-open throttle and heavy acceleration when launching the car from rest. It's especially important to avoid hard braking during your first 200 miles of operation. So be sure to leave plenty of room in traffic in order to avoid panic stop situations. If you put a lot of energy into the car, either through heavy braking or high-intensity acceleration, you could create wear patterns that you might hear and feel later. You should also run the car at a variety of speeds during this initial break-in period. Avoid running the engine at a steady speed for extended periods of time. This is important because your car's mechanical parts are meshing together for the first time and wearing together to create a smooth running machine. For some, one of the great pleasures of Corvette ownership is in the satisfaction that comes from taking care of it. Doing the things that keep it running and looking its best are not only a source of great pride, but a productive way to stay connected to Corvette's soul. Taking care of your Corvette starts with getting under the hood, and to do that, you need to first pull the hood release lever. It's on the driver's side below the instrument panel. Then, pull up on the rear edge of the hood near the windshield. When you first open the hood, here's what you'll see. There's a drawing in your owner manual that identifies 11 different maintenance checkpoints. You can find it under Engine Compartment Overview. Let's start with the engine oil level, something you should check regularly. For an accurate reading, the engine should be warm and the car on level ground. The oil level dipstick has a yellow loop handle and is located on the passenger side of the engine. After turning off the engine, give the oil a few minutes to drain back into the oil pan. Then take an oil level reading. Note that the Grand Sport Manual Transmission Coupe Z52 Performance Package, Z06's, and ZR1's dipstick and oil fill is located at the car's unique dry sump tank. Also, be aware that the Grand Sport Manual Coupe Z52, Z06, and ZR1 have a specific oil checking procedure that must be followed to prevent overfilling. Be sure to check your owner manual for complete details. If the oil is in the cross-hatching, the level is fine and you don't need to add any. But if it's below the cross-hatching, you'll need to add at least 1 quart. Be sure to add the right kind of oil. Your owner manual has an entire section devoted to helping you identify the right oil for your needs based on how you drive the car, where you drive it, ambient temperatures, time of year, and other variables. Your Corvette's engine was filled at the factory with Mobil 1 5W30 synthetic oil. Consequently, it's safe to say that using this oil, or its equivalent, for changes and top-offs is your best and safest bet. If you want or need to use a substitute oil, refer to your owner manual for complete information. For the coupe and convertible, you add oil through the engine oil fill cap on the passenger side of the engine. Be sure to add enough oil to put the level somewhere in the proper operating range. Be sure to push the dipstick all the way back in when checking. And make sure the oil fill cap is secure when you're done. The Grand Sport Manual Transmission Coupe Z52 Performance Package, the Z06's, and ZR1's dry sump engine lubrication system requires a special procedure when changing the engine oil and filter. For example, there are 2 drain plugs and new oil must be added in a 2-step process. Please refer to your owner manual for details. Also, be sure to periodically check your engine's air cleaners and filters. For more information, see your owner manual. Some of you may be used to checking and changing your automatic transmission fluid. No more. Because the procedure is difficult, it's strongly recommended you use your dealer service department for fluid changes or level checks. Same thing applies to the manual transmission. It's not necessary to change the manual transmission fluid, and you can have the level checked by your dealership or service center when you have your oil changed. With either transmission, the only reason for fluid loss is a leak. And if the transmission is leaking, you'll need to have the car serviced. You can check your coolant level at the coolant surge tank, which is toward the rear of the engine compartment on the driver's side. With the vehicle level and the engine cold, the coolant should be at the full cold mark on the front of the surge tank. If the level is low, add a 50-50 mixture of clean water and DexCool coolant. DexCool is designed specifically not to damage aluminum engine components, and using any other type of coolant or plain water can result in non-warranty engine damage. Also, turning the surge tank pressure cap when the engine or radiator are hot can allow steam and scalding liquids to blow out and burn you badly. For more information on the cooling system, including other serviceable items, engine overheating concerns, and the overheated engine protection operating mode, refer to your owner manual for details. Okay, one last order of maintenance. And depending on the weather, this can have a dramatic influence on your mood by the time you get home. Of course, we're talking about the windshield washer fluid reservoir. To fill the reservoir, simply open the cap, then fill her up. Also, make it a point to check your brake fluid and power steering fluid levels at regular intervals. And if you're wondering where the fuses are, most of them are located under the hood as well, with the fuses for the BCM located elsewhere. Now, we're going to move on to a discussion of appearance care. Knowing the right way to clean and care for your paint, fabric, glass, tires, and other exterior components can go a long way toward keeping your new Corvette looking great now and in the long run. Automatic car washes are not recommended for your Corvette, as they may cause damage to your vehicle. Some automatic car washes are especially problematic, giving the Grand Sport's, Z06's, and ZR1's 12-inch wide rear wheels. entering an automatic car wash that doesn't have enough clearance for the undercarriage or the wide rear tires could cause damage. If you must use an automatic car wash, verify with the facilities manager that your vehicle will fit before entering the car wash. To avoid possible damage, use touchless automatic car washes whenever possible. But your best choice is to carefully hand wash your Corvette. And we'd like to give you some tips. We'll start with something easy. Glass. It should be cleaned often. GM glass cleaning products or ordinary household glass cleaner will remove normal dust films, dirt, humidity tracks, and just about any other markings that can make glass hard to look at and through. The paint finish on your Corvette is technologically advanced and exceptionally strong. It provides beauty, gloss, and depth of color, all designed to last for years. The best way to preserve that finish is to keep it clean by washing it often with lukewarm or cold water and a car washing soap. Do not wash it in the harsh rays of direct sunlight. Washing in the shade is best. And don't use chemical detergents or strong soaps. Be sure to rinse it extremely well, removing all soap residue completely. You can get GM-approved cleaning products at your dealership, and there's also a list of vehicle care and appearance materials. Refer to your owner manual for details. Never use cleaning agents that are petroleum-based or that contain acid or abrasives. All cleaning agents should be flushed promptly. Never allow them to dry on the surface or they could stain. When the surface is clean, dry it with a soft, clean chamois or an all-cotton towel. These offer the best protection against surface scratches and water spotting. Be sure to use only lukewarm or cold water, a soft cloth, and a car washing soap to clean exterior lamps and lenses. Your Corvette has a base coat clear coat finish, with the clear coat giving more depth and gloss to the colored base coat. Occasionally, waxing or mild polishing by hand may be necessary to remove environmental residue from the paint finish. So always use waxes and polishes specially formulated for base coat clear coat finishes. ZR1 features exposed clear-coated carbon fiber panels that can be washed and waxed in the same manner as the other exterior panels. You can also clean the polycarb engine window in the same way, using only lukewarm or cold water, a soft cloth, and a car washing soap. The convertible top also requires regular cleaning, although you want to avoid using high-pressure car washes, which can force water into the cabin. That means hand washing is the best way to go. When you hand wash the convertible top, do it in partial shade. Use a mild soap, lukewarm water, and a soft sponge or soft bristle brush. A chamois or cloth can leave lint on the top, and a brush with stiff bristles can chafe the fabric threads. Do not use detergents, harsh cleaners, solvents, or bleaching agents. Before wetting the convertible top, take the time to vacuum off any loose debris. Then wet the top and wash it evenly to avoid spots or rings. Let the soap stay on the fabric for a few minutes. When the top is really dirty, use a mild foam-type cleaner. Then thoroughly rinse the entire car and let the top dry in direct sunlight. With the top clean, it's time to turn our attention to the bottom, the wheels and tires. The aluminum wheels require a little more consideration. They should be cleaned with a soft, clean cloth, mild soap, and water. Rinse the wheels thoroughly with clean water and dry them with a soft, clean towel. The surface of these wheels is similar to the painted surface of your car. Consequently, you don't want to use strong soaps, chemicals, abrasive polishes or cleaners with acid, or abrasive cleaning brushes. And do not use chrome polish on aluminum wheels. One last thing that deserves a brief comment is storage. If you're going to park your Corvette for more than 25 days, it's a good idea to disconnect the negative battery cable from the battery. And you may want to put on a battery tender as opposed to a trickle charger, which can overcharge a battery and boil the acid from the fluid to ensure your battery is ready to go when you are. Note that on the Grand Sport Coupe with manual transmission with Z52 package, Z06, and ZR1, the battery is located in an underfloor compartment on the passenger side for more balanced weight distribution and enhanced performance. Even if you're storing your car in a garage while you're gone, a quality car cover can go a long way toward protecting it from dust, dirt, and other hazards. Genuine Corvette accessories can add an extra bit of flair and personality to your Corvette. And most importantly, they're designed to complement and function with the other systems of your Corvette. When you add non-dealer, non-retailer accessories to your vehicle, they can affect your vehicle's performance and safety, including such things as airbags, braking, stability, ride and handling, emission systems, aerodynamics, durability, and electronic systems like anti-lock brakes, traction control, and stability control. Some of these accessories could even cause malfunction or damage not covered by warranty. Genuine Corvette accessories have been designed specifically for Corvette and are backed by GM's bumper-to-bumper warranty when dealer installed at time of delivery. If you decide to add accessories later on, they are still covered for the balance of your new vehicle limited warranty, but in no event less than 12 months or 12,000 miles. See your participating Chevrolet dealer for details. And be sure to visit ChevyMall.com for the latest Corvette wearables and merchandise. And with that, we've taken enough of your time. You've shown great restraint leaving a car like this in the garage and listening to us. But we wanted to make sure you were familiar with Corvette's performance capabilities, outstanding features, and innovative technologies. Now, it's time for you to put some miles on that great American sports car. And don't forget to save the wave.
What I'd like to really tell our customers is, frankly, that every one of us really appreciate the buying decision that they made. And we trust that they will never have any regrets. And that they will keep that car forever, pass it on down, grandkids. Because our Corvettes, they are keepers.
Well, on behalf of the Corvette Museum staff and board of directors, we just want to thank all Corvette enthusiasts for their support, for the many times they visit the museum, for being members, and for helping us in fulfilling the mission of the National Corvette Museum Foundation.
On behalf of Chevrolet, I would like to thank you and congratulate you on your new Corvette. We put a lot of effort into designing and developing and engineering these cars to make them fun to drive and to make them perform. And I hope you take every opportunity you can to get behind the wheel. And don't forget, if you do see another Corvette driver driving by, to give them the Corvette wave.
A very special thank you to each and every Corvette owner, the National Corvette Museum, the Bowling Green Assembly Plant, and Bowling Green Campbell Chevrolet, along with their respective staffs. We would also like to extend a very special thanks to all of those who shared their expertise relating to Corvette vehicle operations on camera. Everyone's guidance, enthusiasm, and dedication toward the continuing excellence of the Corvette marquee have been greatly appreciated. This concludes our video presentation for those Corvette owners whose vehicle does not include a navigation system. We trust that the information provided will enable you to maximize all of the benefits of your brand new Corvette. So until next time, enjoy your new Corvette and take good care. For those of you whose Corvette does include a navigation system, we would ask that you continue forward in this presentation, where Chapter 7 will provide you with some very helpful information relating to the functions of your navigation system. Corvette's optional navigation system is one of the most sophisticated yet easy to use in the industry. This brief demonstration introduces you to several of the system's primary functions, including how to store your home address as a destination, how to plan a route to any address or to a point of interest, and how to add a waypoint to your route. For example, how to find the quickest or shortest route to a grocery store as you make your way home from your current location. You'll also see how to quickly delete all stored locations. The first thing you must do is install the map DVD that covers your particular region by pressing and releasing the tilt hard key. Make sure the car is running or in accessory mode. Then insert the map DVD into the lower slot. The upper slot is for single music CDs. Press and release tilt to close the faceplate. Note that each time you activate the navigation system with the car running, you will see this caution screen. Please make a point to follow the safety instructions before touching the Agree button. Also note that your vehicle must be stopped while entering a destination or editing stored points. Refer to the Navigation System Supplement for a detailed explanation of how to set your personal navigation system preferences, like choosing the 2D versus 3D screen view, background color, guidance volume, and more. Store home address. A good place to start is to store your home address in the system. This allows you to easily plan a route to your home from wherever you are. And by presetting your home address, you can use your Corvette's voice recognition feature to recall it as a waypoint or final destination. First, press the Nav hard key to bring up the navigation screen. Then touch the menu screen button. Now select the Stored Locations button to bring up the next menu screen. Touch Home, then the Add Screen button. At this point, make sure your system is set to the correct region. If not, touch Region and change the setting before returning to the Set Home menu screen. Select Address to be prompted to enter your home address, beginning with your street name, then city if necessary, and finally house number. Now touch the OK screen button to see your location on the map, and then touch OK on the map screen to store your home address. The home icon will be highlighted on your Enter Destination screen. Plan route to any address. To enter a destination using the address method, begin by pressing the Nav hard key to bring up the navigation screen. Then touch the menu screen button. Now select the Enter Destination button to bring up the next menu screen. Touch the Address screen button. You will be prompted to input the street name. Once completely in, touch the highlighted button and indicate the city if necessary. Next, a numeric keypad appears to enter the house number. Touch the OK screen button to see your location on the map. Now touch the destination bullseye icon to plan the route. You will be given 3 routes to choose from: quick, normal, and short. Select one and then touch Guide to initiate turn-by-turn voice-prompted guidance.
Please proceed to the highlighted route. Then the route guidance will start.
Here's a helpful suggestion. We recommend entering the city first when your destination involves a common street name, to avoid having to choose from a long list of possibilities within your region. Plan route to point of interest. To enter a destination using the point of interest method, begin by pressing the Nav hard key to bring up the navigation screen. Then touch the menu screen button. Now, select the Enter Destination button to bring up the next menu screen. Let's say you're interested in planning a route to a particular golf course. From the Enter Destination menu, touch the Point of Interest screen button. Then choose the Category screen button. Next, touch the Recreation button and select Golf Course. Begin entering the name of the golf course. Usually a short list of possibilities will pop up based on the first few letters. Select the course you're interested in. Its location will be shown on the map screen. Touch the POI Info screen button to bring up a listing with name, address, and phone number. Touch the Back button, and then the destination icon to plan the route. As with the address method, you will be given 3 routes to choose from: quick, normal, and short. Select one and then touch Guide to initiate route guidance.
Please proceed to the highlighted route. Then the route guidance will start.
Add a waypoint. Once you've entered a final destination, you can add up to 5 waypoints. Here's how that works. Press the Nav hard key and then touch the menu screen button. Now, select the Stored Locations button to bring up the next menu screen. Select the Destination and Waypoint screen button. Then touch Add. Let's use a grocery store as an example. Touch Point of Interest and then Category. Now select the Shopping and then Grocery Store screen buttons. Using the alpha keys, enter the name of the store you would like to visit on your way to your final destination. Enter the city name to narrow your choices if you are searching for a particular store in a chain. And then select the location nearest to your destination. You will see the waypoint on the map screen. Now touch the waypoint diamond-shaped icon. And then the Calculate button to recalculate your route, taking into consideration the new waypoint.
Please proceed to the highlighted route. Then the route guidance will start.
Delete stored locations. To delete stored locations, go to the Stored Locations menu and select Previous Destinations. Touch Delete All. This only applies to the previous destination screen. To delete a stored home location, you must go back to the Stored Locations menu and select Home. Then Delete. Waypoints can be deleted in the same manner through the Destination and Waypoint screen. We hope this brief navigation system demo has been helpful. Be sure to refer to the navigation system supplement found in your glove box for complete details. We're confident this state-of-the-art technology will enhance your Corvette experience, bringing a whole new level of convenience and peace of mind to your great American sports car.